On behalf of the Recycling Center, allow me to extend a warm welcome to you, and today I will be presenting business overview, marketing analysis, SWOT analysis, and Porter's 5 forces. A plastics recycling company can be considered as a manufacturing company as we take in raw materials, plastic waste, and convert them into usable plastic. The final product produced is in the form of plastic pellets. Now we will continue with marketing analysis. Our product is not entirely unique as we sell sanitized product recycled plastic pellets. We adhere to the same ISO standard as other companies. Though the end product may not vary in terms of range of available colors, on the other hand our processing technique is unique as image recognition and robotic arms will be used to sort out the plastic. Any mistakes made during the sorting will be permanently fixed by the changing algorithm. Automation gives us higher productivity and also saves us the labor costs. Less ethical issues regarding exposing workers to contaminants and waste in general will arise due to this system. A research done by WWF shows that each Malaysian uses 16.78 kg of plastics per year. From this pie chart, we can see that 48% of plastic is used in the packaging sector, which is the highest among all the other sectors. Our recycling center is targeting geographic segmentation in which the product will be available to many cities in Malaysia and also abroad. Moreover, in psychographic segmentation will focus on environmental groups. The exact market size was not possible to determine. However, research was done to find popular companies who have the same mindset as ours. After a logical estimation, it was found that our company will grab about 5% of market share in Malaysia. In SWOT analysis, the advantage in our business will mostly come from automating assembly line, such as having overall operating cost lessen. Quality in sorting will be improved as well due to automation. The weaknesses are risk of automation as production can be slowed down if the sorting robots breaks up. The machine learning AL may take some time to adjust at the beginning and robots are nearly expensive. Our opportunities include being able to charge less and still make a profit due to automation. The increasing demand for recycled plastics is also prevalent. The threats we see involve fluctuations in the market value of recycled plastics in addition to our competitors possibly copying our production style. Now I will explain about Porter's 5 forces. Rivalry among competitors is moderate. It is good for us that our competitors use labor intensively, as the running cost will be much lower in comparison. Our business rivals have EOS, which we don't, which can be beneficial in regards of purchasing matter. Threat of new entrants is also moderate, as the new firm may bring more innovation and that very inventory in this market is still relatively low, as most recycling firms will still be sorting by labor, which is easier to set up. Bargaining power of suppliers is high because the market is monopolized by company which is Trainicans. Bargaining power of buyer is low because we can sell at the cheapest price due to our low running cost thanks to automation. Threat of substitution of products is low as well unless ISO releases a new standard of recycled plastic. There is no substitute in terms of different types of recycled goods with the same functionality as plastics currently. Thank you very much.
Greetings to those watching, I'm Adrian and today I'll be presenting the rest of the marketing analysis as well as the design of goods and services for operations management. Our pricing strategy will come in 2 separate phases, before and after break-even point. Before reaching break-even point, we will be using penetration pricing in order to achieve a foothold in the market. And stage 2, after break-even, is when we will be using cost leadership pricing in order to further enhance our market share. The figure on our left is the price of polypropylene per ton in the US. And if this was 2019, according to our stage 1 strategy, we would be pricing around $600 and stage 2 would be $620. When it comes to marketing channels, we will be using 2 different marketing channels, one indirect and one direct method of distribution. Selling through distributors will be our priority, especially in the beginning, because they already have a wide network of customers. If we can promote and sell through them, our product will gain more recognition, especially when selling overseas. Selling direct to customers will be our preferred option though, because we can control the price more, as there won't be a markup from a distributor. However, we will be limited to based on our brand recognition. When it comes to promotion, our company will have to promote in a very business-to-business manner. Due to the nature of our product, our target customers are manufacturers, not consumers. Personal selling approaches, such as personal emails, can be sent to potential customers along with samples of our products. Broader promotion strategies can be done by promoting in various places, such as exhibitions and expos, to advertise our products to more potential customers. Discounts can be provided at these events to further entice sales. Now for operations management. This is our product lifecycle, and for our introduction phase, we will be spending most of this time improving our machine learning algorithm, optimizing our production process, and forming connections with wholesalers. Same thing will be done in our growth phase, except to a larger extent, in order to accommodate our increase in sales. The maturity phase is where we will be for most of the product's lifetime. This is because we sell raw materials, a standardized good, and the sales may occasionally fluctuate from our competitors or market trends. The decline phase will only really occur if the industry standard changes in terms of ISO. The sustainability of our products is a given as we make useful raw materials from consumer waste. Our mission is to accelerate Malaysia's transition to a circular economy from a linear one, where a circular economy is when consumer waste is reused and reprocessed to make more consumer goods. Whereas linear economies always require new raw materials to be made as waste is not reused. Some sustainability concerns from our production may involve the toxic byproducts from our production process, which we will dispose legally and according to regulation, and sourcing only from ethical sources. Balance of quality is a way to determine what our customers require and identify ways to satisfy those requirements. Here we can see the general requirements of our customers, and here we can see some of the methods that we will use to achieve these requirements. Strategically chosen with our customer requirements, the industry background, and our core competency in mind. Here we can see at the bottom how we compare against some of our competitors, with G rating for good, F for fair, and P for poor.
Hi, a very warm welcome to you. I will present process strategy, quality control, and location. Process strategy is significant because it stresses where actions are reached in order to improve market profitability gains from certain operating firms. Process strategy emphasizes on process focus, repetitive focus, product focus, and mass customization. It can be deduced that decision is entirely subject to product characteristics. Why product strategy? For certain factors, the product focus was preferred as the combination of volume and variety and variance across all the process strategies. Simply put, the resin collected in form of polypropylene has been labeled as products of low variety. The entire production process is straightforward. As you can see in the next slide, 5 factors are involved in it. Quality control is the most important part for any type of business. Without quality control, no one can run business. For long term, maintaining the quality of plastic waste for recycling is very difficult. The aim is to ensure good coordination between recycling and coordinators, haulers, and material recovery facility owners, their employees, and program participants. Its benefits, I would say, by improving output, including the implementation of emerging techniques, manufacturing methods, bringing recycling business to the appropriate standards is just possible with the increased quality of infrastructure and manufactured goods. For example, consumers typically want plastics divided into single resin streams as they melt at different temperatures during manufacturing. If two plastics that melt at different temperatures are combined, the feedstock's appearance output may be altered, can preclude its use in a specific product. Implement quality control tools. Check sheets to verify the task is completed. Fishbone diagram, as you can see in the next slide, to find out the problem and find the solution, and take samples from every workstation to inspect the material properties. Sarawak is situated in the center of the Asia-Pacific area, and due to its strategic position, the state emerges as a highly lucrative investment hub, providing efficient cost effectiveness and strong transport links. The location will be enable us import or export or commodity, as it is located in the Samajaya Free Industrial Zone in Kuching, as it is located next to many waste management firms such as Home Chem Waste Management, Sindh Berhad, and the two main garbage dumps are near this area in Kuching, are located at the same distance from the selected business zone, which will be the source of our plastic waste. Samajaya is a free industrial zone. It was found in 1994, and it was just 8 kilometers from the city and also near the waste dumps. Last but not least, business location is a crucial factor in the business planning, and it is selected according to the location strategy and methods.
Hi, I'm Khalid Aslam and I will explain production process of our business plan. How one company can turn plastic waste into reusable plastic. We all know plastic waste is a big problem. It can take up to 1,000 years to break down. Every year, manufacturers burn 80 to 120 billion dollar fossil fuels to manufacture single-use plastic products like soda bottles, water bottles. In this business, there are 7 main stages. First stage is collection. For our business, we will do contract with a local municipal company. They will deliver the all plastic waste to our facility. After receiving the material, we will do a sorting. The sorting is done by machines, for example, X-ray detector, NID detectors. These detectors separate the plastic according to their different composition and according to their color. After separation, decontamination stage comes to clean the all toxic substance. After decontamination, the waste transfer to shredding department. In shredding, the all waste cut down to small pieces and then wash again to clean the remaining toxic substance. After washing, the compounding stage comes. At this stage, the waste melt down and pass through extruder and convert again to plastic pellets to manufacture new product. So this is the production process for our business. One of the first thing we considered when planning the layout was the scale of production and the process strategy. So our production is a mass production and the process strategy we choose is a product focus. Though considering how our waste facility will function as our storage, administrative and production hub for our product at the beginning in order to save the cost, we will be mixing few layout strategies to best suit our specific needs. Therefore, we will be implementing the office layout for section of the facility where the staff will be centered around a warehouse layout for our storage section as product oriented layout for our production line. So The staff required for this operation will be based on the labor section, excluding the staff who will not be working in offices. The rest of the staff will have workstation within each of other in order to optimize the communication ideas, information, and relying of instruction and tasks. The optimal proximity of each type of staff to one another can best be determined by the needs of particular staff type to another, as shown in the chart. The key part of the bare area shown as the region within the gray shaded square involves the sorting line, holding bay, processing area, and storage area. This specific layout and flow of operation allows the entire production line to be as efficient as possible while maximizing the space made available. Utilizing as much as land possible is vital for us in order to reduce wastage and maximize the value of each square meter of land. Thank you.
Hello there, I hope everyone is doing well. My name is Amran Muhammad and I'll be continuing from here with the financial and administrative expenses. So to start with, we have the establishment costs. We have separated our this table into a headings which has their own subheadings divided with the number of unit required and price per unit and total in Malaysian ringgits with subtotal for each heading. So for example, let's take in license and registration. We have registration as a Malaysian company, operation license, final fire safety certificate. All these subheadings have their own subtotal, which is to be 3,200 Malaysian ringgits, as well as will be for the insurance as the one of the main headings, and plant and equipment, and so on. Continuing from the previous slide with establishment cost, we have the office equipment with its own subheadings and marketing with its own subheadings. Both have their own subtotals, and all this is summed in with the grand total as stated in the slide. Moving on with the next slide, we have running cost. This table is separated into staff, utilities, maintenance, and raw materials, and in columns we can see we have employees, salary per month, salary per year. So let's take one example, which is vice manager, as one number of employee that has a monthly payment of 7,000 and annually 84,000 Malaysian ringgits, and so on for the rest of the table. Moving on to the next slide, we have sales forecast, which is projected into 3 years, 2020, 2021, 2022. The volume of the decking per square meter, tables, chairs, planks per ton, and the unit price per unit in Malaysian ringgits will be calculated. So at the end we have the gross profit for each year, which can be seen as a very well in growth. Moving on to the next slide, we have the financial information. Here we start with the income statement for the same 3 years, 2021, 22. We have the sales for each year, which can be seen in a growth, in very well growth, and the cost of sales, gross profit are mentioned as well, and the total operating cost is mentioned as well, with the income tax before and after calculations, with the net profit for each year is stated below. In this slide we have the forecast of balance statement for the year 2020 to 2022, and as we know, the bigger the firm is, the longer the list of balance sheet will be. So the current assets projected for the 3 years are mentioned for cash, and non-current assets such as office building and trucks for like trucks, bell breaker, X-ray detectors, NIR detectors with their percentage, and so on with the rest of the list, which has the total assets at the end in green, and current liabilities, creditors with their own cash for each year, as well as for owner's equity and total liabilities owner equity. And from the financial ratios, we can see that the profitability ratios for the company will be making profits ranging from 20 to 30% in the first 5 years of the running. The efficiency shows that it will take more than a year before we can get the first turnover. The liquidity for the company shows that despite the low ratios, the company will have an increase in value every year, which is considered to be a very positive point. Finally, for business viability and exit plan, we can see the graph of break-even analysis. In green, we have total sale, which is doing much better than cost of sales, which means a healthy growth for the company. For an exit plan and vision of this, we expect to expand our company afterwards in a period of 5 years by acquiring newer and more efficient manufacturing equipment and for our products for better results and profits. Thank you.